Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arab Abaya coming at you from the Chicago camp with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, Update News Topics. I got this video where it was talking about some of the updates with in the last 12 hours of, the war. And I thought it was very interesting. So before I play the video, I want to go to a quick precept. I want to go to Isaiah. I want to go to Isaiah 47, verse 10. It says, "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me." This is the mindset of Esau. This whole operation with Iran, is where, this country wants to go in and just take the resources of another country. And that's what it comes down to. I want to say this video is for teaching purposes. I'm not getting anything from it. Fair use, fair use. This is only for teaching purposes. But, when you look at everything and you look at it, in hindsight, that's what they're doing. They want to come in and make a deal, but they want to make a deal on their terms. The scripture said towards the end, it says, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. That's his spirit, man. He don't care about nothing else but him and what he wants. And I'm talking about, when I'm saying him, I'm talking about Esau. I'm talking about this government, I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Start it off.
The last 12 hours in verified geopolitical news. Worldwide markets are bracing for volatility as Trump's deadline looms. Trump warned Iran could be taken out in one night. In Iran, state media reports fresh strikes on Karg Island, the hub for about 90% of Iranian oil exports. A move likely to dim hopes for any peace deal. In Europe, officials are debating a future for NATO without American leadership after President Trump slammed the alliance as a paper tiger.
I want to say that all of these countries, NATO, and the neighboring countries of America, the Europe countries, are now at odds with America because of that spirit that they have. I am, and none else besides me. And they got it. Let me go to a quick precept. Let me go to Obadiah. I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" It says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that ate thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there's no understanding in him." So a lot of these countries that were at peace with America are now against America. That's mostly the BRICS nation. America's made a lot of those countries rich, but now they are against America because of America's business practices. I'm going to go to another precept just came to me. I want to go to Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. It says, "Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another." So that's exactly what's going on here. America, everything that they do it, deceitful. So that's exactly what's going on. Let's get back to the video.
Over Iran war disagreements. In Russia, intelligence reports reveal Moscow is providing high-resolution satellite imagery and cyber support to help Iran coordinate precision strikes against U.S. and regional targets. In Turkey, special forces killed an assailant during a fierce gun battle near the Israeli consulate in Istanbul, amid rising global tensions over the Iran war. In Iran, Israel issued an urgent 12-hour warning for citizens to avoid all trains and railways, fueling fears of imminent strikes. In Indonesia, the central bank launched emergency interventions as the rupiah plummeted to record lows.
What do you think is going to happen when when this economy, when these markets, the economic markets crash? It's going to be a shortage in food, and that's going to cause sedition. Let's get that. It's going to be, the stores are going to be empty. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 22. It says, and suddenly should the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound which every man shall hear, and shall suddenly be afraid. And at that time friends shall fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear of those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountain should stand still, and in 3 hours they should not run. So there's going to be, with all of these things happening, eventually the economy is going to crash, and it's going to be a short in resources. And that's going to cause sedition among men. Let's get that. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. It says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. And they should not regard the kings nor princes, or the course of their action should stand in their own power. And a man should desire to go into the city and should not be able. It says, for because their pride of the city should be troubled, and the houses should be destroyed, and the men should be afraid. It says, a man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. And spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that's what's going to happen. There's going to be great tribulation that come, because of the way that this the man of sin is working. And I talk about the man of sin, I'm talking about Esau. I'm talking about the government. They work everything in wickedness. So I'm going to finish playing this.
Driven by global market instability and the ongoing Middle East conflict. In China, Beijing enacted aggressive supply chain laws, allowing for security probes and retaliation against foreign entities that impose trade curbs or engage in industrial espionage. In Hungary, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance arrived to boost Prime Minister Orban's re-election campaign, signaling a consolidation of nationalist alliances amid the global war crisis. In Australia, Victoria Cross recipient Ben Roberts-Smith was arrested and charged with 5 counts of murder following a 5-year investigation into alleged war crimes in Afghanistan. In Taiwan, the opposition leader launched a peace mission to China as President Lai Ching-te rejected Beijing's sovereignty claims amidst a stalled $40 billion defense budget. Here are the last 12.
Wow, so the gist of it is that this government is through. It's just a matter of time. Very soon that this place is going to crash. And there's nothing this man can do, as the elder apostle says, that this country is circling the drain. And very soon, that we're gonna it's going to crash. A nuclear war that's coming. You can tell us right here. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to next time, Lord willing. Shalom.